Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera and Hbar. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So I just want to really quickly ask you guys, how are you all doing? Are you okay? Is everything going well? Are you guys a little bit concerned? How is the emotions going right now? So at the current moment in time, when I am recording this, Bitcoin is sitting at almost roughly 24.8K. It is currently about 4 a.m. EST. And when we are talking about Hedera, for an example, Hedera is nearing my ape zone. I told you guys for the last couple days and even weeks, actually. I was talking to you guys about how low we can go on Bitcoin. I was actually expecting us to rally before we have this massive capitulation event. But hey, you can't always get everything right or anything like that. In regards to Hedera, we are seeing us kind of test those levels on Bitcoin. I've been calling for roughly like 24K to roughly like it's like 22K roughly. And I was telling you guys like we could see 4 to 5 cents on Hbar, and in fact we are at the lowest point that we've been at since going back as far as like January of 2021. And when we really kind of look at this on the zoomed in view, so we go back to January of 2021, and this is the area that I'm watching for. Now, obviously, this is not the exact point that we wick down to because CoinMarketCap is not accurate. But it's roughly like the 4 to 5 cent zone that I've been eyeing because, of course, this would be yearly, demand areas. And we could come down a little bit lower depending on the market structure, but I do believe that the 4 to 5 cent zone will essentially be our bottoming point for Hedera. Of course, we really have to determine, when we want to invest because of Bitcoin. If you are a long-term investor, then hey, right now would be the perfect time to average in and start, averaging in a little bit here and there. But I want you guys to understand that I'm really not concerned at all within this market structure because we have seen this happen before, and what happens after is, of course, the bull market. Now, and by the way, when I say like what happens after is the bull market, I don't mean like immediately. I'm just saying like these drops in this market will ultimately lead to, life-changing wealth when we are in the bull run. And when I say that is like zoom out on Bitcoin, go back to March of 2020, right? And look at the chart where we are now. So this is exactly why I say like life-changing wealth is made at these, points in time where the market is extremely oversold. And in my opinion, I do believe that Bitcoin is oversold, but I do think that we could come down to these nice lows that we've seen back in December of 2020. So definitely keep a close eye on these levels. I've been addressing them for a while. But let's just move on and let's talk about a few things. So first and foremost, when we are talking about Hedera, we actually do see this post from the blockchain media. They've been ramping up a lot of marketing around Hedera, but we do see our institutions like Bank of America rarely praise a project. This goes to show how Hbar is truly respected by global organizations, and it also shows why Hedera is the most utilized enterprise-grade public network in the world. Now, if we actually do look at this, it does say, in case you missed it, there is this fundamental trade-off. You can't get around it. If you want to have the highest transactions per second, and the best security, then you need something like Hashgraph. And this is, of course, from Bank of America. And this is Mans Harmon basically talking about, Bank of America and things like that around banks adopting crypto. And we do see, them talking about like the fund and stuff. But yeah, I think that this is, the truth. I think that when we look at things happening around even the financial sector, they all these major settlement companies and payment processing companies, all they really want is essentially highest throughput, best security, and something that is transparent and sustainable. And Hedera is exactly that, or I should say even Hashgraph technology is that. I think that when we look at, Hedera and what Hbar is doing, I think that this is a very interesting, project. I think that even the longevity of this project is going to truly be incredible to watch, especially as they continue to grow out and build. And I'm actually going to be talking to you guys about things that are being built on Hedera that a lot of people actually aren't aware of. So first off, I do read this tweet from Hbar to the Moon, and I picked this out because of the responses. So we do see here, It's very symbolic that Google became one of the very first council members of Hedera. In the early days of internet, many people would say, why would just a search engine become a successful company? Google can see, better than any other company where Hedera is leading or heading in Web 3.0. And of course, we do have a response. What is Google, building on Hedera? The powers, that can, or sorry, the powers that be won't answer that because it's likely nothing. Now, I actually have this article open over here from February 11th, 2020, working with Hedera Hashgraph to support the next generation of distributed ledger technology. This is from Google Cloud. Now, of course, when we talk about this, I've been addressing Web 3.0, and I do believe that Hedera is a sleeping giant within the Web 3 scene. I think that a lot of people are really kind of overlooking what Hedera is building within that scene. But we do see here, DLT technology developers continue to present exciting opportunities for the expansion of the digital economy. DLT can increase security and decrease the friction and cost associated with the secure exchange of information from family photos to international remittances. While many recent DLT advancements have occurred primarily on top of public and permissionless DLT, such as Ethereum and Bitcoin, the challenge of delivering fast and inexpensive transactions with finality has slowed the rate of DLT adoption by large enterprises that require the ability to process thousands of transactions per second. Hence why we really kind of look at Hashgraph consensus algorithm. This algorithm was leveraged to build the Hedera network, which began open access in September of 2019. The Hedera network now offers the accessibility advantages of an open public network and the technical capability to securely deliver large volumes of faster and less expensive transactions to enterprises all over the world. Again, you need to pay attention to why Google Cloud basically, wanted to get in on this. We actually do see here, since the inception of its DLT, Hedera has ensured the stability and reliability of its network by leveraging the Google Cloud Platform Premium Network tier, a highly provisioned low latency global fiber optic network. By utilizing Google's network, Hedera has been able to focus on nurturing its community of developers who are building high throughput, low latency, decentralized, applications on Hedera. We initially turned to Google Cloud for the ease of use, networking advantages, and overall platform performance. The Google Cloud Platform was the perfect foundation for us to achieve our goals to bring enterprise-ready DLT adoption at scale. And basically, we also do see down here, as we continue to evolve our infrastructure, we're excited to expand our work with Google Cloud to now make DLT even more readily available for our community members, no matter their size or industry. This is about developing solutions that drive real world or real business value. And yeah, I do think that when we look at the use cases around Google Cloud or Google itself, it's not like something like massive, right? But in my opinion, when we look at what this is actually allowing for, is one, it's going to allow for the community to continue to grow and access this, but it's also unlocking, scalability through Google Cloud. And I'm actually very excited for this. I think that this is huge, and we do see working with Hedera Hashgraph to support the next generation of DLT technology within many industries. And I do think that this is actually going to drive a ton of success around the Web3 scene, in my opinion. The reason why is actually because of what Google posted back in May. Remember, Google Cloud forms Web3 team with blockchain focus. Interesting. We do see Google Cloud is reportedly constructing a Web3 team that will focus on providing blockchain services to enterprises. And of course, they are talking about a little bit of the division. And of course, we talk about Web3 a lot. But they also do mention, Hedera down here as they are talking about the partnerships that they've had. But in my opinion, I think that this is huge for Hedera simply because, within this entire article where this is the partnership, they are talking about enterprise grade use cases and enterprise adoption at scale. This is huge because when we look at what they are focused on here, they are talking about, constructing a Web3 team that will focus on providing blockchain services to enterprises. I think that this is the perfect fit, and I do think that this is actually where the Google partnership comes into play, where essentially we will see massive amounts of enterprises leveraging Hedera. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below, though. Now, also, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about Chainlink. So we do see, we've been talking about Link and Hbar for so long. I love to see people finally recognizing the potential and value of both of these incredible ecosystems. And we do see here, it makes sense. Chainlink Labs is on the Hedera GC, part owner of the Hedera LLC. Good choice. We got to push, how Chainlink is working with Hedera as much as possible. And a few people are definitely talking a little bit about it. We do see here breadcrumbs for CCIP, Link Marines 1-2, and here we have, the evolution of Chainlink as a cryptographic truth source, decentralized services for smart contracts to reinvent industries, abstraction layer for utilizing cryptographic truth for anything. And then we do see widely used truth machine in a world that requires a reliable source of truth. And of course, the secondary image here is actually a picture of Hedera Hashgraph. I know it looks a little rough because you have to actually zoom all the way in on this. I don't believe that I could actually do that. Let me see. So yeah, I can't really zoom in too much, but that is the Hedera Hashgraph logo, as you guys do see right there. But yeah, I think that this could be extremely huge for Hedera and also even Chainlink. I've told you guys, make sure you are paying attention to the link as well. I think that they're both incredible opportunities on this dip. But we also do see here, Chainlink Labs furthers enterprise focus, joins Hedera Governing Council. Remember, this is all around, the enterprise grade use case area, including bridging traditional finance to DeFi. But I also do think that this is actually going to be focused on Web3 as well. But of course, we do see a few, insights on this. So first off, Chainlink, which serves as a secure blockchain middleware for powering a wide variety of enterprise users, will be the preferred Oracle partner for the Hedera network and will collaborate to provide Chainlink integration with the HTS service, the Hedera token service. And we do see down here, as enterprise adoption of DLT technology continues to advance, decentralized Oracle solutions become critical for every vertical, from DeFi and insurance to gaming and NFTs and more. We're continuing to expand our suite of smart contract-related services to power a vast array of secure, feature-rich applications. So it is a very natural progression for us to join the Hedera Governing Council and work with the leading enterprise-grade public network and their other council members to make Chainlink the default Oracle provider for enterprise grade applications. As the most widely adopted decentralized Oracle solution in the market today, Chainlink is already utilized or used to secure billions of dollars in assets for applications around the globe. Their potential for or on the Hedera network, which is already the most used enterprise grade public network, is limitless. We're excited to expanding our relationship with Chainlink, which will be the first Web 3.0 company on the Hedera Governing Council. Interesting. To enable the most robust applications of decentralized future. Again, you need to pay attention to where the focus here is. It's all focused on Web3 in general. And in fact, we actually do see, from Chainlink, they have this Web3 scene. It's like, what is Web3? This goes back to March 16th, 2022. What I really want to show you guys is the history of, basically how we got from Web 1 to Web 3 and basically where we are headed. So first off, I love the fact that they are talking about like unlocking use cases within like the real estate, education, finance, gaming, and healthcare scene, but more so like even the real estate game. I love to talk about real estate within tokenization and stuff like that. But they are also mentioning NFTs, gaming in the metaverse, parametric insurance. Honestly, when we look at everything and where we are basically headed, we do see a clear image on where they are basically trying to get to from Chainlink. And we do see, here's Web 2.0, here's Web 3.0, cryptographic truth, trust minimized application, e.g. cryptocurrency CeFi, centralized finance, hybrid smart contracts, e.g. decentralized finance, decentralized insurance as well. I think that when we look at everything happening around, crypto in general, we will basically get to the point in time where nothing is controlled. It's a fully decentralized world, if you will. We do see what you really see with the implementation of cryptographic guarantees in the Web3 world is very specific set of applications, and some of these applications are called DeFi, some of them are called NFTs, some of them are called tokenized ownership, but these are very early examples of cryptographic guarantees making their way into the people's and industry's daily operations. And yes, I do think that when we talk about Web3, we will essentially get to the point where it is utilized by every single individual. In fact, I love this massive thread that Mishada Vinci, I hope that I'm saying that name right, posted on Twitter just yesterday. And it is talking about like by 2030, more than 90% of all online activity will migrate to Web3. Here's what's happening and how you can be ready. Now, I'm going to share this in the top of the description just because it is so much in terms of like information around, crypto. specifically even the Web3 scene. But I really want to share with you guys two things here. And that's two screenshots. We do see here, and outside that Web3 ecosystem, mainstream adoption is well underway. Alphabet, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, and many more major corporations are actively investing in Web3 startups. What's more, nearly every major publicly traded company is, vying for opportunities to implement the new technology into their own businesses. Already, 81 of the top 100 companies utilize blockchain technology. And of course, here is, and I do apologize. Let me see if I could actually open these images a little bit bigger here so that you guys could actually see what I'm, looking at. So there we have it. Yeah, I mean, I could have just utilized this instead. Let me actually close these. So we do see here most active investors in blockchain companies in the top 100 public companies. We do see Alphabet with valuations here, number of rounds, size of known funding rounds is 601 million. Citigroup is like roughly 300 and almost 95 million. And we also see exactly what they are investing into. I know that a lot of these, you don't see like Hedera making their way into a lot of these, investments. But I want you guys to understand that you still should be focusing on why these companies are investing in, and you see all of the major companies here and their vesting rounds, or the amount that they are investing here. It's pretty large. And we do see down here, already 81 of the top 100 companies utilize blockchain technology. And of course, you can see all of these major companies. For an example, with Hyperledger Fabric, you see all of the major companies, and these are companies that and so do I. I mean, for an example, like Microsoft, Alphabet, Toyota, Cisco, Honeywell, Oracle, Samsung, Alibaba, Walmart, Amazon, Nike, Visa, Pfizer, Coca-Cola. I mean, these are huge, guys. I mean, you got to understand, where we basically are headed within, crypto adoption. I think that we haven't even seen peak adoption just yet. And I'm really excited to see where this does, lead to. I'm going to share this thread down in the description below. It's at the top. But as we do really kind of look at this, I do believe that Hedera could grasp a very large, percentage of this, especially if we are talking about like Hashgraph basically becoming the future consensus algorithm for this space. And I think that when we talk about like enterprise grade, use cases and enterprise grade adoption, I do believe that the enterprise grade area will most likely run on Hashgraph simply because of the scalability factors, the security factors, the traceability, the transparency, everything around it is perfectly suited for the enterprise grade area. And this is why I do believe that a lot of the partnerships that they have been making are centric around the enterprise grade adoption area, specifically even the Google adoption partnership that they've had, which again, I do think that there is a direct correlation here within Hedera and this announcement from the beginning of May. Let me know what you guys think, though. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.